Why do some countries grow rich through innovation while others struggle to keep up? The answer isn't just about how much money they save or how many factories they build. It's about ideas. Today, we'll explore endogenous growth theory, a powerful concept in economics that says long-term growth comes from within a country driven by innovation, education, and human capital. We'll focus on the Romer model, which highlights how research and development or R&D acknowledge spillovers fuel economic progress, and we'll see how this theory connects to real-world cases like Silicon Valley in the US and the Philippines' own development challenges. What is endogenous growth theory? This is the picture of the exogenous growth theory and also endogenous growth. And traditional growth theories like Solos argues that technological progress just happens outside the model, almost like magic. That's called exogenous growth, which is in the picture. But endogenous growth theory flips this idea. It says growth doesn't just fall from the sky. It comes from deliberate actions, investments in people, innovation, and knowledge. This matters because it tells policymakers if you want growth, you can make it happen through education, research and development, or you can call it also as R&D, and creating the right environment for ideas to flourish. The Romer model, capital diminishing returns and knowledge increasing returns. So let's zoom in on the Romer model. The big insight here is that knowledge is different from other resources. Unlike physical capital like machines, knowledge is what economists call a non-rival good. That means if I know how to write code, my use of that knowledge doesn't stop you from using it too. Ideas can be shared, reused, and built upon without being used up. This leads to something powerful, increasing returning to scale, more researchers, and more R&D or research and development can generate more knowledge with spread across industries, boosting the entire economy. Think of it like baking once a recipe exists, anyone can use it. You don't lose it by sharing, and the more recipe we create, the more meals we can enjoy. Innovation works on the same way. New ideas multiply opportunities for growth. Real-world case studies in Silicon and Philippines research and development spending charts. To see this in action, let's look at two examples. First, the Silicon Valley in the United States, that in the which is in the upper picture. Tech companies like Apple, Google, and Tesla invest billions in research and development. This constant innovation has created smartphones, AI tools, renewable energy breakthroughs, and more. The spillover effect are global. People everywhere benefit from US innovation. This is the Romer model in real life. Now, compare this with the Philippines. According to UNESCO, the Philippines spends less than 1% of its GDP on research and development. Meanwhile, the countries like South Korea spend over 4% of GDP. That difference translates into more patents, stronger industries, and faster growth for South Korea. This shows us that under investing in R&D can hold back long-term progress while sustained investment can push nations into prosperity. Policy lessons. So, what should we learn from the Romer model? For policymakers, economic growth isn't automatic. You can shape it by investing in education, funding research, protecting intellectual property, and encouraging innovation, countries can generate their own engines of growth. For citizens and students, ideas are powerful. Learning new skills, experimenting, and sharing knowledge is not just good for personal success. It drives progress for the entire economy. Paul Romer, who won the Nobel Prize for this model, reminds us that innovation is the engine of prosperity. The more ideas we generate, the faster we all move forward. In summary, the Romer model shows that growth comes from within. Through knowledge and innovation, countries that invest in ideas don't just grow, they transform. So the next time you use your smartphone or ride in an electric vehicle, remember, you're seeing the Romer model in action.